This episode of the Viewing Centers podcast is proudly sponsored by AccessBet.
You're into sports betting business and you want to expand? AccessBet don't land with another gidigba offer. If you get one existing bet shop, we go support you open another one with thermal printers, television, dish and decoders. Hurry now, if not, you go lost. So AccessBet, your access to millions.
Podcast, and this is the first episode of the new season, and we're going to kick things off with a Preseason podcast. We'll just touch base with everything that has happened the past couple of months when there has been no club football. I'm joined by my regular and my co-host Edmund Oris. Edmund, how are you doing?
Well, Tega, I'm fine. It's been a minute, yeah? It's been a long time. I actually miss doing this, so I'm looking forward to the new season, actually. I can't wait to get started.
Yeah, it's been a while, but I think this is the perfect time as the Premiership is about to start in 2 weeks from now, and the new big leagues are beginning to kick off. I think this is the perfect time to recap on what's been going on here and there in
the world of football, yes, since the Champions League final, a lot have happened. Or a lot has happened, rather. So
okay. Let's kick things off with Real Madrid. We saw Real Madrid completely dismantled by Atletico Madrid, the 7-3. I was in shock because I actually slept off on the day of the match. I was supposed to wake up to watch the match, and I slept off. And my roommate just told me Real Madrid lost 7-3, and I had to run to live score to check. And I was. Did you watch the match? I really went because I eventually watched the highlights, but I cannot fathom how Real Madrid will lose 7-3 with all their new signings, and it's just incredible to me.
I did not watch the match live, but I was awake because it was played in the earlier, I think around 2:00 p.m.
Yeah.
It was shambolic, guy. It's disgraceful because yes, I know a lot of people want to say it's preseason, and really personally, I don't really give so much thought to preseason fixtures and the scores, but to concede 7 goals is embarrassing. It's. I think even Ramos and Zidane too came out to say it should not happen. You don't concede 7 goals in a game, especially being Real Madrid, your biggest club in the world. You can't concede. It's just, and especially to your city rivals, it was embarrassing, guy. But it was fun for the neutrals, though. Especially, I know it was fun
because Barcelona fan. But this was a big occasion because this was the first time a Madrid derby will be played outside of Spain, and it was expected to be this huge show. And for Real Madrid to go down 5-0 in the first half was just shocking. And obviously, I am a Chelsea fan. I did not enjoy it because of Hazard, but another part of me enjoyed it because of Courtois, because everybody knows that Chelsea fans, we do not like Courtois for anything, and we love the way he treated the club when he left. So I was a bit sad for Hazard, but I was a bit delighted that Courtois keeps on being as shambolic as he has ever been. But I'm just shocked. Do you think Zidane will last till December now? Because this is another sack that might happen sooner than expected if it doesn't turn things around.
Well, to be honest, Tega, to be very honest, a lot of people now are saying it will not last. But what is difficult to say is just preseason. But from the looks of things, though, it looks like he has not been able to get the squad to gel properly. The likes of Jovic, the likes of Hazard, the likes of Mendy, most of all the signings, they've not been able to be able to play as a team. And they see the issue of the old players, the likes of Casemiro, the likes of Kroos, and the likes of Modric. Are they still good enough to usher in this new, fresh era of Real Madrid? So it's difficult, but to say that they'll sack him before December, I don't think that. I think they'll fix up. I think they'll get better. But it's imperative that he has to fix, because some people are now saying that Perez brought him back so he can sack him because no manager, he's the only manager that has not been sacked in this Perez era. He won all he won again. So now they're saying it. So I personally feel it was a bad decision to come back. I mean, go somewhere else. If you don't come and undo your work that you've done. But then again, I feel they'll get better. I don't see him getting sacked.
Okay, now let's talk about the winning team, Atletico Madrid. We've seen they've made a lot of signings. I think up to 8 signings or 7 signings this season. They brought in Hector Herrera, Joao Felix, a couple of key players they brought into their team. And now Del Costa looks like
Trippier from Tottenham.
And Del Costa looks like he was a striker reborn. He was moving into spaces. According to the highlights I watched, he was moving into spaces, getting chances, and obviously taking those chances. And Atletico Madrid look like finally they might play attacking football, as a more attacking football this season. Do you see them causing a big upset in La Liga this season?
Do I see them causing a big upset in La Liga? To be honest, no. I still feel the league is for Barcelona to win. On them playing attacking football, I don't know. I really cannot say because, everybody knows the mentality of Simeone. I will know his principle, his footballing principle. That they scored 7 goals against Real Madrid just goes to show you how shambolic Real Madrid were at defending, because Atletico don't attack so much. They're always on that defending. Probably they scored 2 goals and the lock up shot. But to score 5, 6, 7, it's, I don't know. This the new boy they brought to replace Griezmann, the Felix boy. It looks very, very good. It looks like a good buy. It looks like it's going to be the next big thing in football. And I don't know. I see them competing, obviously, like Atletico Madrid compete, because over the years they've sold their big players from Falcao to Aguero to De Gea to name them. Literally every striker they get, they sell, and they always remain competitive. Yeah, so I still see them that, despite the fact that Griezmann has gone, I still see them being competitive. But whether it's enough to win the Champions League or the La Liga, rather, I don't think so. But it will be a good watch to see, really.
About someone who was in the camp of Real Madrid and was smiling throughout the game, Gareth Bale. Gareth Bale, obviously, I saw pictures of him smiling throughout the match. They were losing 5-0. See, I think they brought him in when it was 5-0 or 5-1. And he was not smiling throughout the game. Inside the pitch, he was smiling. On the bench, he was smiling. And he was supposed to have moved to China this weekend, and obviously the news has come out today that Perez has blocked the move. Bale is already in China, was already getting ready to sign his contract and earn a staggering £1 million every. I don't know, that's crazy money. And Perez just called the transfer off. How will Bale now integrate with this team? I mean, knowing that obviously the manager doesn't want him. I don't know, has something changed behind the scene, or is it just Perez trying to force his own agenda on Zidane?
Tega, really, I can't say because the thought we had before was that Zidane, it was not in Zidane's plan, because Zidane came out the other day to say they can't wait for him to leave. That if it was possible, which I thought was very bad, which I thought was very rude and very unfortunate. It came out to say that if it was possible for him to leave, they were talking that he would be happy. I don't think Zidane likes him. Even right from all the Champions League success, all the time, Zidane's first stint here, he's never really been Zidane's favorite. You get so now with the signings that Zidane has made, Hazard and the rest, so Jovi, I don't think Zidane had him in his initial plan. But maybe the injury to Asensio, because we were hearing that he's going to be out for the season. Maybe that may have changed the dynamics of things, you get. And for Bale on his own, I still feel him going to China, yes, obviously it's a lot of money, but I feel he has so much more to offer to European football, you get. So even if probably we don't know what's going to happen, or whether maybe there's a new offer from another from a better European club, even though I know nobody's going to pay him that kind of money, you get. But we just have to wait and see. But for me, I still want to see Bale at Real Madrid or another European club. I feel he has so much to offer. He just has to fix himself and his injuries, and he will have a good season. I don't know. But it will be interesting to see. We just have to keep our fingers crossed.
For me, I feel Bale has been underappreciated and he has been mistreated because he gets injuries fine. But I looked at the stats and I found out that Neymar has been out injured more than Bale over the last 2 seasons. And Bale is the one everybody knows calls injury prone. That he has scored multiple goals in 2 Champions League finals, which is like, it's one of the, except from Ronaldo, I don't think any other player has done it. So it's just himself and Ronaldo at the moment. So I feel
Messi has scored in 2 Champions League finals.
No, I mean multiple. I think 2 goals in each. I think he scored 2 goals in the last 2 Champions League finals.
No, he had 1. Okay, 2. Yes, 2 in the one against Liverpool. I think 1 against Atletico. 1 against Atletico. Yes.
Exactly.
But not the same. I get the point you're trying to say about him being. It's Real Madrid. We all know how they treat their legend. I mean, look at Casillas. Look at Ronaldo himself. I mean, the man had more goals than games for them, and you see the way they usher them out of the back door. They don't just know how to treat legend. So you saying he has been underappreciated? I totally agree, 100%.
So let's see what happens with that situation, because it's just a new information coming that his transfer has been cancelled to China. So let's see what happens with Bale going on this season. Maybe he might decide to move to a European club, or he might decide to stay back. In fact, he might even decide to play golf and just earn his money. He said that. Yes, he has said that. For Barcelona, let's talk about Barcelona real quick. What is happening in Barcelona? I know they lost to Chelsea recently, and we had an argument about it on Twitter then. I think they won their recent game. What's happening in Barcelona? We know Griezmann is at the club finally. So give us an update on what's happening with your club.
Well, there's nothing really happening. The main issue that most of the fans want, we don't know what the boards are doing, is that we want some players to leave the club. We get right now we have Griezmann. Griezmann has come in. We have De Jong, Frankie De Jong has come in, who I think is going to be one of the best midfielders the world has ever seen. And guy has so much potentials. So in terms of buys, we've made very good buys. But in order for the team to move forward, we need some players to leave. And number one has to be Rakitic.
I do not agree. I do not agree with you guys when you guys say Rakitic. I prefer.
Listen.
Let me just make my point. Then you continue, because this is your segment. Anything you like, do with it. But they say that Rakitic. I feel Sergio Busquets is more of should be the one to even go the Rakitic. And we know Sergio Busquets is a Barcelona born and bred and all those kind of things. But looking at it, I feel Busquets is more of a liability than Rakitic, in my opinion. So I don't know why everybody keeps trying to force Rakitic away from the club.
Listen, I watch our football. You get. Yeah. I know Busquets. I know Rakitic. Rakitic, when he came into the Barcelona team 2014, we won the Champions League with him. Yeah, he replaced Xavi, and himself, Busquets, and Iniesta were very good force. Yes, then he did all the running and all that. But right now, he is not just it. The man does not make any progressive pass. 50% or more than 50% of his passes are backwards. And it's so bad that it's also rubbing off on Busquets. You are saying Busquets is bad now, but Busquets is very integral to our game. When Busquets is on form, which he will be with the quality of players that he has around him now, with the likes of De Jong and Otto, he's going to be back to his best. But not Rakitic. Rakitic has given us the best he can. He has given us. It's time for him to go. But not to be drawn on the whole Rakitic. That's what I feel, and that's what a lot of people feel. There's also the issue of Neymar wanting to come in. We don't know whether that's true. We don't know whether it's false. We don't know how. But even without Neymar coming in, there's Griezmann, there's Messi, there's Suarez, and there's Dembele, there's Malcolm. So we're seeing now how Valverde is going to play all of them, and we don't want Dembele to go. We feel he has so much potential, but where is he going to play? There's also the issue of Malcolm. Where is he going to play? And we also need to address our left back. We need a quality replacement for Alba, because towards the end of last season, Alba was poor. We feel like there's no real competition for him. So we need a quality replacement that can keep him competitive and keep him at his feet, so the team plays better. But all in all, I don't think it's been a bad transfer for us. We just the preseason, Messi is back in Barcelona, so we should be seeing him anytime soon. We've missed him. So basically it's been a good window for us. A low-key window, but a very good one.
Okay, but Premier League teams now. Let's touch base on the Premier League teams. Manchester United, they've been on a good form during this preseason. I think they won.
They're unbeaten. I heard they're unbeaten.
They started their unbeaten. They won small. So they've been on good form recently, and we know one striker wants to leave them by hook or by crook. Lukaku wants out of the club. What do you think are the chances of Manchester United coming into this new season? I'm struggling to think of any player. Okay, they've brought in key play. They've brought in Wan-Bissaka, and they've brought in James. I think those are the two key players they've brought in, and Lukaku wants to leave the club, which I think will eventually happen. No matter how Ed Woodward doesn't want, is trying to strangle Inter Milan for money, I think it will definitely happen. What do you say of Manchester United's chances of performing better this season?
Well, to be honest, I'm not very optimistic about them, Tega. I'm not very optimistic. I'm still not. There's also the issue of Pogba wanting to leave. You get. I'm still not convinced on Ole guy. To be honest, I just feel they will struggle this season again. I feel it's going to be a bad season for them. You get. Apart from Wan-Bissaka aside, David Johnson, what was his name?
James
from Swansea, is a good squad rotation player. It's not a first team player. You get. And we all know Manchester United needs quality replacement in that squad. You get. Bale has gone injured now, so they are still left with who? Smalling and Jones and Lindelof, which is not good enough. You get. There is the issue of Harry Maguire that they want to buy from Leicester City. Whether he's going to come in or whether he's not going to come in, we don't know. But let's assume he does come in. It's still not enough. They still need quality signings. And if Lukaku leaves, which I feel he should, which I feel he would, because I feel like he has been underappreciated at the club, just like Bale. feel. His goal tally with number of matches he has played is quite okay.
Yeah.
It's quite okay, but I feel he has just been singled out and marginalized. So I feel he should go. He's going to do good, very good with Conte at Inter Milan. I feel he's going to do very, very good there. So I feel he should leave. But they need to bring in a quality. They need to bring in a marquee signing, and we don't know where that's going to come from now. So, I'm not very optimistic about their chances, to be honest.
Okay, Manchester City and Liverpool, we know these are the two teams that everybody looks up to say these are not going to be another 12 title fight between these two, because Liverpool obviously they are not signing any big players this season. Klopp has come out to say he's not signing any big names and he's not spending big money, so the fans can just forget about that. I think they've been able to sign a 17-year-old defender and a 16-year-old midfielder from Fulham this Sunday, Harvey Elliott. And on Manchester City's side, they've only gotten, I think, Rodri for now. I don't think they've made any other key changes to their team. Who do you think wins this season in between them? Even if we don't think some of them might win the league, who do you think topples each other this season between Man City and Liverpool?
Definitely Man City. I'll keep on saying it. I'll say it every time. Yeah. As long as Pep Guardiola is in England, I don't see any other manager wrestling the league from. The man he's a league specialist. He's too consistent too. Yeah. And the squad is good. The squad is good. He has fixed, because last season the only problem they were having was that Fernandinho, which they managed to the end of the season. I think he was very well there. But they've gotten Rodri from Atletico Madrid, and I saw on the news Pep Guardiola was praising him that they've gotten a quality holding midfielder for the next decade of. So I still feel they are going to be there. Aguero is going to come back. Gabriel Jesus was fantastic at the Copa America. I think Sane is going to stay put. There were talks about him going to Bayern Munich, but I think he's going to stay. Sterling, Bernardo Silva, who has been impeccable, is going to. I think I don't know. With Company having left, maybe they may need to sign in another centre back. I don't know, but I think with Laporte and Stones and maybe Otamendi, who was calamitous at the Copa America, but he always turns up for them. So I still see them winning the league, really. The Liverpool side, their squad is still very, very balanced. It's going to be a big season for many players. I think Keita, when he comes back, Keita will have a big season. Chamberlain, I think these are literally new signings. Origi has been doing very well. I think Klopp, even in preseason, Klopp has been praising him. Firmino will come back. I think their squad is good. I still see both of them. It's going to be a race between both of them again.
For Chelsea now, Chelsea are on the transfer ban, and the club and Roman Abramovich, and they've just refused to appeal the ban. I'm sure this is a ban that could have been suspended if they really wanted to. In fact, bans get suspended for every club. I
think you guys tried and they refused.
The club, they are not being serious about appealing that ban. So obviously they are not going to get any players, because the transfer window will soon be over and will soon be up in England. For Lampard, I think Lampard is trying to be optimistic, says we have the quality to challenge for the top and everything. And I understand his position, being he's a manager and wants to bring like a positive vibe to the club. And there's one thing that's always going to happen this season for Chelsea, and that is that every Chelsea fan will be behind Lampard. That was any fan who any true fan of Chelsea really wants to turn against Lampard for any single team.
But I've been seeing a lot of Lampard out on Twitter, especially trending on Twitter, especially when you lost your first preseason game.
No, the second one. The second one.
Okay.
Yes, that came from rival fans. I went through the hashtag. No single Chelsea fan tweeted Lampard as it was just Liverpool, Tottenham. Every single fan, every single England fan, except from Chelsea fans, tweeted Lampard out. And everybody they just want to trend and everything. So it was always going to catch fire.
Exactly, because I know Chelsea love Lampard.
But I feel this season is the time for this youngster to shine. Tammy Abraham, he has taken the number 9.
The cost number 9. Let us add the cost number 9.
So I feel this season is a real chance now to really shine. And if the FA
so between me and you, what are the realistic? What are the expectations for this season? You guys are in the Champions League. You people will not win the league, or except what are you expecting?
I think. Realistically, I think top 4 is key. Realistically, Chelsea can get top 5. Don't care how we sneak into 3rd or 4th. is fine by me. Then for the Champions League, I think we can go as far as the quarterfinals. Then if there's, Lampard has this kind of passion and everything vibe to the team. If the Lampard passion of when he was playing for Chelsea comes out, then we can sneak our way to the semi-final. But realistically, I'm looking at quarterfinal, and I feel we can win. Yeah, and I feel we can win one of either FA Cup or the League Cup. I don't know which one will be able to win, but one of them. Chelsea always do well in those sort of competitions.
Yes.
Regarding the manager, so I feel one of those competitions is a realistic trophy for Chelsea to win.
You guys have signed, despite the ban, you guys signed Kovacic from Real Madrid.
Yeah, he was already registered.
You guys also signed this boy from Dortmund.
Pulisic, yes, we've done that since January. So those are exciting.
Those are plus. It's a big. I think William has taken you guys from about 10.
It's not officially confirmed. He said he admitted they have offered it to him, but he hasn't said he has received it with open hands.
Well, looking at it, I feel it's only fair because there's no other person to do. Who else wants to take that?
Yeah, Pulisic could take it, though, but I don't know.
No, it's not what it is. It's not.
Who else is there? Hudson
Odoi, but he's injured. Anyway, interesting. But really, the season is going to be brilliant, though. It's going to be a very good season of football. Can't wait.
Let's talk about your club. The club is supported by associates, Arsenal.
By sympathy. I'm a sympathizer.
I think Arsenal fans are enjoying this preseason and this transfer window, except they've not yet fixed their defensive problems. But I think they've signed. Who have they signed now? They've been able to sign. Their names are
Ceballos on loan.
Yes, Ceballos. Yeah, they've signed another defender.
There's one other Saliba boy.
Yeah, and
there's one other boy they want to sign from Celtic. I can't remember his name now.
And Kieran Tierney.
Yeah, then there's also the Pepe that has all the Arsenal fans on their feet. Everybody's jumping because there were reports that they had only 45 million to spend for the whole, and then they are making a signing of 80. But really, it's not been. I think that Ceballos will replace Ramsey very well. The Pepe is going to be if he does sign, because I wanted to sign Zaha too, but I don't know what happened with the deal, and they went to Pepe. He's a left-sided midfielder or winger. Yeah, I think we've been crying out for that position for a long time. So it's going to be nice, but still, there's the issue of Koscielny saying he wants to leave the club, so they need the centre back. Probably Holden will come in. Holden, I think his injury should be ending anytime soon, but with Mustafi and Papa, I don't feel they are still good enough to compete for that top four. So let's just keep our fingers crossed and hope Emery can sign another quality defender before the season ends.
Yeah, well, it's going to be a very interesting and tough season. I just can't wait for it to get started. Okay, let's touch base on some other leagues. Bundesliga, Bayern Munich, Dortmund. Dortmund have signed some very key players they've needed. Bayern Munich have are trying to improve their team also. Do you see anything changing can Dortmund finally beat Bayern Munich to the Bundesliga title?
No. Tega, no. I don't see anything changing. And let me even just say this now.
Yeah.
I feel all the major top 5 leagues, are going to be retained by the people that won it last season. Yeah. Barcelona will win Spain, Juve will win Italy.
Yeah.
Bayern will win Germany. PSG will win France.
Obviously,
will win Arsenal. So I don't see anybody topping them really. That's just how they all retained it last season again. I see them retaining it. Let me put it like that. So there's that. They'll try, they'll play, but I don't just see it happening.
Okay. Extra time now. Let's be talking about club football, but some international football also happened during the summer. Nigeria Nations Cup, and we came third. It was, I won't say it was heartbreaking. I think it was what I personally expected. I was hoping by some miracle we were going to win the tournament, but I knew realistically, like you asked me about Chelsea the other time, realistically I knew that we are always going to finish third place, which is what we are always used to in Nations Cup. And I think those boys did well, except the only players that I feel really shine their light in this tournament were Leon Balogun, but it was just a bit. And Musa too was very subpar. And this is our goalkeeper, Daniel Akpeyi, which is realistically and seriously one of the worst goalkeepers I've seen in my life till date. I cannot fathom. Okay, let's just move into this match now. This Nigeria match, that last minute. This Akpeyi has virtually done nothing throughout this tournament. In my opinion, he had done zero, nothing, and his was a chance for him to prove himself. Immediately, Mahrez was about to take that free kick. I said, this is going to be a goal. I told everybody that was watching the match with that this is going to be a goal, that Mahrez will score this. And they were like, nah. And it wasn't as he kicked the ball. I just started walking out of where I was watching the game because I was so sure that Mahrez was scoring. This keeper, I went back to watch the highlight, and this keeper made no attempt. He did not organize his wall where he just he didn't even dive like a goalkeeper that was interested in saving that free kick. He just let me just die. Let everybody see that I've tried. I don't know why is this guy a goalkeeper? Why is he a goalkeeper? Why is he a footballer?
Oh, Tega, calm down. You need to calm down. But personally, yes, my own expectations for Nigeria going to the tournament, yes, I was not expecting them to get that far because Nigerian football, I feel like we're not really playing up to our potential yet. So when the tournament started, because I saw all our games, our first game against
Burundi, I think, was it Burundi? Yes.
New boys, yeah, Burundi.
Yeah.
We were poor. Most of the games were terrible. I'm sorry, but they were only very few teams. And I felt Algeria, they won the World Cup and the Nations Cup, and rightly so because I felt they were the best teams. Algeria played very good football. I think Egypt played very good football. It was very surprising that they lost to South Africa.
But this was
Senegal also. Senegal also played good football. I think then the rest were poor. I mean, Nigeria too were poor. There were few glimpses of quality play from Nigeria in some games. I think against South Africa were very good. I think against Cameroon to come back from that. I think they were very good too. But overall it was poor. I think Musa was terrible. The goalkeeper, like you said, was poor. I think Balogun that made us to come second in the group. That mistake he made was very, very. I don't understand. Was he sleeping? And then he finished and he went to Twitter to give us the lyrics of his song on the post saying, "Don't judge me before you." I don't understand what are you doing? Are you sleeping? You are playing a competitive game and you are making that kind of mistake.
And any money, yeah.
I don't understand. And then again, I think Chukwueze was very good. I think that was one of the few bright lights. I think Ndidi and Etebo were very nice. They were solid. I think our fullbacks and Omero was good.
It was very good.
We just need to find a replacement for that. Is it left wing, that Musa's wing? Because both Musa and Samuel Moses were terrible. Samuel Moses literally does not come on and make any difference from what Musa makes. Musa's ball decision making when he's on the ball, they are always very poor. His passes are either too short or overhit.
I think now that Odioni Gallo has retired, maybe he will move to a central position and start playing. Obviously, we have Osimhen and Onachua and all these young strikers who are doing well. But obviously,
it was also good for Mikel. Mikel too also retired.
Yes.
Which was very good because he has been one of our best servants national team and so that was good for him. On the free kick, yes, when the foul happened, my first thought was it was going to miss it. But the person I was watching, it was like, this guy is going to score it. I was like, no, he's not going to score. It's Mahrez. But everybody knows Mahrez. We all watch Mahrez play for Man City. We know he's a left-footer. He had only one spot to put the ball.
Exactly.
The wall was poorly set up, and then the goalkeeper went and I don't understand the way he stood. How do you set up a wall like that and stand there? Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that Mahrez is going to put the ball at that far end. He's not Messi that is going to deceive you and put it at the other end. He can't even get it over the wall. I felt like it was the direction, even though people were arguing about. For me, it was just heartbreaking because to come that far and then lose in the dying minute was just no. And to think that the foul was something that could be avoided with a better clearance was also. But then again, I think third place for me was beyond my expectations, so I can't really complain. I think Tunisia deserved it. They played the best, but they were very good. They were very compact. They conceded only one goal in the whole tournament, which is amazing. So I felt like they deserved winners.
Anyways, I think they did well. But thank God you mentioned Messi because this is why I have issues with this so-called goalkeeper, and I don't know why our coach hasn't. I don't know what he does in training that makes him always get started.
Exactly, because are you telling me that in the whole of Nigeria, this big country, over 180 million, we don't have a better a better goalkeeper.
Even if for me, even if Uzoho, the guy that kept third place match, even if and the one that was our goalkeeper during the World Cup, even if he plays in the 4th division in Spain, it's better than this Akpe that plays 1st division in South Africa. South African league is not good enough. They just have packaging, but that's just the thing. But our league is not good enough. And with Uzoho in the World Cup, he saved a free kick almost similar to that, and it was even Messi that took that free kick against Argentina. It's something that was almost similar to what.
Yes. I remember. I think he tipped it to the bar.
Yeah,
I remember it now. Yes, that's true.
Anyways, anytime I think about Akpe, I'm just sad that my bestie's surname is also Akpe. So I try to have happy memories about Akpe, but I cannot just think about this bad. His name just gave me nightmare anytime I think about him. So I want to move on. What happened to Messi and Copa America? I don't know. I think Maradona said something that or I don't know which legend said something that they should bring Ronaldo to Copa America with Portugal, that he will win a Copa America before Messi will ever win it. So what is happening with Argentina and Messi? And obviously Brazil are deserved winners, but what is happening with Messi?
Brazil really deserved winners.
They are deserved winners.
But to be honest, I felt the competition was just, I don't really know how to explain it, but for Messi personally, individually, it wasn't so good. It wasn't his best because we've seen him perform better. But there were complaints, and not just from Messi, from a lot of the players. The pitch was not in good condition. But that's not the excuse, though. That's not the excuse, and I'm not going to make any excuse. But the Argentina team is a team that is evolving. You understand what I'm saying, Tega? Yeah. After the World Cup, after this last World Cup, a lot of the legends and the regulars in the team have left. So now they are still trying to get in young players and trying to gel them. You get, and the coach, this is also his first coaching experience. You get, that's why I saw the games. If you follow the game from their first game against Colombia, you see a steady progression. You get, the Colombia game, they were very poor and they lost deservedly so, but then they went on to win against they drew against Paraguay, and they went on to win against Qatar. And then they went on to win against who they win in their round of 16 and quarterfinals now. Before I can't remember, but before they came to Brazil. Mm-hmm. And in the Brazil game, there were a lot of contagious decisions that did not just go their way. You get, there were 2 clear penalty decisions that did not just go their way. I know, yes, now we can want to say they did not, but there's VAR, and that was what Messi was complaining about when they gave him. You saw the red card, the ridiculous red card against Chile. Yeah. That has to be one of the most worst refereeing decisions I've seen in my life. And then he came out to say that there's a corruption in the association.
Messi is the last person to even talk about corruption.
Listen, Tega. Listen, yeah. and that there's corruption, and that the competition was set up for Brazil to win. And listen, you want to say Messi is the last person to talk about that because there have been so many contagious decisions going in the way of Barcelona, especially that Champions League. I know you want to talk about that Champions League.
I won't go there, Steph. I won't go there.
At Stamford Bridge. But listen, Tega, those times there were no VAR. Now there's VAR, so you make it to prevent those things from happening. And if you watch the match, which I doubt that you did, you will see that there were clearly decisions that the referee will go to VAR and will make. There were clear penalties, there were clear obstructions. Yeah, but not that being said, it was not. I was not expecting them to go that far personally. You get to go up to third, and they beat Chile in the final. So all in all, I won't say it wasn't so bad. A lot of people were expecting him to win. He did not win. Personally, I was not expecting them to get that far, but they did, and it's done. But the Copa America, the quality wasn't so good. There were lots of those South Americans. They're too physical. They were always fighting, always going to the referee, always this, always that.
That's their kind of football.
Better. But the pitches were poor, and a lot of people complained. Brazilian players complained. The Chilean players complained. Also, some of the coaches too complained. The pitches in Brazil were. I mean, you can't expect somebody that is good that plays on all the best pitches in Europe to come to this. And Messi. Anyway, that being said, Chai, this stigma now is always going to go around him that he has won anything with his national team, but at the end of the day, it doesn't take anything away from him. He's the best individual player the world has ever seen and probably will ever see.
Because that's your opinion. Anyway, I think for me it's a tie. I like Messi, but the reason why I will never be fully on Messi's camp is because of Barcelona and their history with Chelsea. Basically, that's why I will never be on Messi's camp totally.
And I get that, really, I get that.
Yeah. So, and I saw a tweet that said the main reason why Copa America, I think Copa America is being played almost every year now, or every 2 years. As before, when it was being played, I think every 3 years, is because they want Messi to finally win Copa America, and he has not been able to win it. So let's hope. I think he has one more chance. I think he's 30 now, and he has 31. And he has maybe one more tournament to go before he calls it a day with Argentina. Maybe his quality is good enough. He will still play in the next World Cup. I don't see, unless he decides he wants to retire again.
He's 32.
He keeps it. Okay, he's 32 now.
The guy is 32.
So his quality.
Listen, he's not the one. If the Copa America was being set up for him to win, to make sure he wins before he retires, he will not go out after the game against Chile and say the things that he said. You get? So I don't think those are just anyhow talk.
So it's something you're an expert in. Is that not?
Yeah, it's something. That's why I know that it's anyhow talk. So yeah.
Anyways, on that note, we come to the end of the first episode of the Viewing Center podcast for the 2019-2020 season. Edmund, thanks for joining me on the show once again. I truly appreciate you spending your time here.
Really, I've missed this. And I've been thinking, I've been counting the days till we do this again. So thank you.
All right, take care of yourself. Do check out Edmund on Edmund Oris. He has a large amount of followers on Twitter and is very interactive. And you don't get offended by his tweets, because you really will get offended if you do not know who he is. But try not to get offended by his tweets. You can follow the show on the View Center Pod on Twitter. And you can follow me on at #Tega on Twitter. Thanks, guys.